All praise, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shai, Shem Dash. Double honor to our elders and apostles of the great millstone. Um, I don't have nothing in mind, man. I'm asking for a lesson to do something, man. Hopefully this lesson is edifying to the hopeful elect of Israel. Like, there's just so many things on my mind right now. I just want to pick some. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroys the heart. Everybody want to begin something. They want to do something, but they end up being oppressed, stopped. You can't fully seek out the things you were told that was given to you that you can do in this world without you bowing down to the image of this world, the image of the beast. Like back in Greek, during the Greek captivity, they had some points where they wouldn't mess with our customs. But there was some points that they just came out and told you, man, it's gonna be death if you don't do this. And that's pretty much what's about to happen again. If you don't do this, we don't need you around. The same shit with the wicked people, the wicked ones, the wicked men of Israel. Is that not like the same thing they tell you with this gang culture shit? Get down, lay down. Get down or lay down. You just a kid on a school bus trying to go to school. Walking. If you can't take the bus, or if your parents, like that even exists anymore. Your parent, normally your mother, if she ain't got a car to take you there, and along that time from your from point A, your home, to point B, to school, you have to deal with, as a child, you have to deal with these damn niggas. Don't want to be a part of what they got going on, so they jump you. Or if you walking, that's on a school bus. If you walking, you gotta worry if these people think you look like somebody that did something to them. All in that gang bullshit. You gotta run. Or see what happened. You know? You walking down the alley with a couple of your friends from school. Y'all like 10, 11, 12 years old, at the most 12. And you see a car pass the street. As y'all walking into the alley, it back up. Did it come down the street that y'all just crossed? And then it passed the alley. It back up again. Why? At 9, 10, 11 years old, you got to go through that. For one, because we went off from the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We didn't keep the covenant, and this is what was told was going to befall us in the end days. Let me get Numbers chapter 23, 30. Either one. But I'm going to get chapter 32, verse 13. It's all in the spirit, man. And the Lord's anger was kindled against Israel, and he made them wander in the wilderness 40 years until all the generation that had done evil in the sight of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai was consumed. Because it's always the majority of us that get the rest of us in trouble. Like if you in school, you know, you could be that one quiet kid in the middle of the classroom while everybody else acting a nut, or you by the window looking out the window, taking notes or whatever. You daydreaming. You in a whole nother world. You ain't. But those other majority of the kids in there, talking, throwing shit, talking shit, talking down to the teacher, not doing the work, and all of y'all end up getting what they call it. You don't have recess. You know, all this time you sit in this classroom and you looking out that window, having hope. You know, this same thing that happened to the 1/3 to us. Lord, will we part that number? Even back then, during Yahushua's time, during Moses' time, during Noah's time, looking out that window, having that hope that the stuff that I'm right here, I'm around all this shit. I don't want to be a part of none of this shit, and because of everybody in the class, everybody else in Israel that don't give a fuck, as a nation, we all had to pay for it. Nobody is going outside. You know? Like I said, I'm just going in the spirit right now, man. You ain't got no one to talk to. And at the end of the day, even people that you supposed to love or supposed to love you, you don't even want to fucking talk to them. You know, whether or not they understand, man. Because it's always some shit. My main thing is avoid. Avoid, avoid, avoid. What did it say? Let's see if I can get it, man. See. Proverbs. Chapter 22. Verse 1. Salakia. Chapter 22, verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. prudent man and seeing, being vigilant, watching what's going on around you. You're hearing what's going on around you. You know something's about to come. You see it. You see it. And the people, the foolish, man, they just keep on going into it. I'd rather just avoid being out and about, And I'm so grateful, man, for the elders and apostles that we have, man, the great millstone. That they all say the same thing. You gotta work. You gotta go out, get things, groceries, whatever. Get back home. Focus on the Lord. That's it. Ain't nothing out there. Just in the past year, I could imagine. I could count on one hand. A lot of times, I could have been caught up in some judgment. Let me put it that way. This classroom, man. This classroom, man, is full of knuckleheads. It's full of I gotta choose my words wisely. I guess all the cussing I already been doing, not even cussing. All the rude language I've been using. People take that as he cussing. This world is full of bullshit. More and more, I hate this. I hate this shit. We only got one hope, man. Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah. Jeremiah. And it say 10. I'm going to start at verse 7. Verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Even today, it's like, even though it hasn't gotten to that point yet, anything that you would call yours, or that you would say you love, that you would do your best to keep, you would do your best, not meaning you're going to follow or listen to or do all the things that these people want you to do, especially being a man. Especially being the man that the Lord has given his truth to. We don't plan on following none of y'all thoughts, plans, or actions. To our wives, if we do consent to something you would like to do, thank Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah for it. The smallest thing. And he might magnify that. Or continue to be ungrateful. Whatever. Continue to do that. We're going to lose all that anyway. We've already lost it. Nothing here is pure to us or for us. It's all corrupted. You can't have Lord have mercy, man. Let me focus back on this, man. Let me get out of my thoughts. But he shall be saved out of it. Verse 8. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. That's our hope, man. That's our own focus of hope. Ain't nothing else out here. Ain't shit else out here, man. And it's sad. But the water, Yahweh, you know, the water, Yahweh, for this. Now we know. We didn't know how bad it could be or how bad it could get. But now we know. And we haven't really even seen it all. We just have faith that no matter how bad it get, no matter what you got, it's gonna get worse. But we know we don't have a liking to anything in this world, man. There's nothing that would pacify us to want the things of this world. Even the things that's supposed to be good to us and for us, it ain't shit. You go to work. That's supposed to be a good thing the Lord said a man supposed to do. But you still end up with the short stick. You don't get paid right. You can't do for others. You might be able to sustain yourself a little bit, but the things you want to do for others, you can't do it. So they look at you a certain way. Well, man, you know, your woman, she's been corrupted by so many others. Ain't shit pure here, man. And man, I don't care if they take this lesson down for all the so-called curse words, for my bad language or whatever, for my rude language. But man, this is our hope, man. And that's it. I'm going to read that again. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 10. No, I'm going to get back down to that. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 8. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck and will burst his bonds. We're going to be free, man. And he's starting with giving us his truth, knowledge and wisdom, the stability of our times. The truth shall set you free. And strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. Like I said, man, these jobs, they getting every penny out of it. And it make you're naturally a hard worker and a good worker, but it make you be like, fuck this shit. You know, but it pisses you off because you know if you was in the right setting, you know how you would be. Verse 9. But they shall serve the Lord their God, our power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and David, their king, whom I will raise up unto them. Starting through Yahweh Shai, our Lord and Savior, who is the son of David, the bloodline of David. But he's going to be the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, Yahweh Shai. Then King David, the 144,000, Salakia, the 12 tribes, or the 12 disciples, The 144,000, the mighty men of King David. Yeah, that's who the Lord gonna raise up. Raising up. Raising up. Not in the far future, but as of right now, starting as of has already been started. Verse 10. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed. Don't let none of this shit get to you. Don't be surprised of none of this shit. Don't be surprised of what your job do. Don't be surprised of what your rib do. Don't be surprised of what your children do. Don't be surprised of what your neighbor. Nobody. Don't be dismayed of any of this. Forsake all those things. If we don't, we're not worthy of Yahushua in the first place. They either gonna get on board or they can go fishing. O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. Like I was saying earlier, this guy, man, I didn't even get a chance to go over all his whatever he was going spewing over. Some dude from the so-called black conscious community talking about the 12 chart sign is wrong. Well, then you tell me, who in the last days and these days of time, who are the children of Israel? You don't believe in the book. So why are you even worried about it? Why are you even speaking on it? We're not picking up the book of whatever Egyptology thing y'all got going on and telling y'all this. Okay, put it this way. Bring me some scriptures out of your books that talk about Israel, that talk about the Bible, that talk about what we do. Bring me some of those, what those scriptures talking about. We're bringing you words the Lord has said. We're not using our own words. It was published by a great multitude. Salaki, I probably meant by a great company. These words were published by a great company. All from the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Y'all can't give us y'all scriptures. Where do it say in your Egyptology book there's going to be a group that's going to call themselves the Israelites in the end days, and they're wicked. They're the ones that's doing what it says. They're going to cause this. They're going to make this happen. What prophecies do y'all have that's coming to light? You can't tell me Genesis 49, starting at verse 1 on down, don't mean that Judah is not the Negroes, the so-called Negroes of America. You can't convince me otherwise. The scepter should not fall from the feet of Judah. Whatever they do, whatever we do over here in America, as far as the Negroes, the ones in the ghettos and the hoods, that stuff go across all our brothers and sisters and they follow it. Levi and Simeon, our brethren. Habitations of cruelty. The instruments of cruelty are in their habitations. Levi and Simeon, the so-called Haitians and so-called Dominicans. Who else? Issachar. It's like a donkey. They call it ass, but like a donkey with two burdens on both sides. Who else worked harder than our brothers Issachar and them? And our sisters. Issachar and them. So you tell me who that is. What's that scripture talking about? We so far from even trying to debate with y'all. We're not even concerned about your book. But we can pull up scriptures in our books that tell us to beware of all y'all bullshit, all y'all lies, y'all false, your ideologies. Even these false teachers out here that think they speaking about the Bible, that think they speaking the true words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Let me finish, man. Matter of fact, let me get that over again. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 10. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord. Neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. This is the only book that tells us about being in captivity. That prophesied it being an ongoing thing. Y'all books don't do that. Y'all teachers can't do that. Y'all teachers ain't got no prophecies. Y'all don't even got no history that can actually tell us how did we get to this point. But the scriptures do. Yahweh Shai do. The word of Yahweh, he does. And he probably just not talking to y'all. What about that? He probably just not talking to y'all. And thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return, the 1/3, and shall be in rest. And we called up into them clouds. And be quiet. Like that kid in the class, in the middle class, or sitting by the window, looking outside, seeing this shit ain't nothing, man. Seeing, hearing the lesson. He's hearing the lesson, but he's distracted by all this stuff around him to the point where he just vamp out, or she just vamp out. What people would say, in your own world or whatever. Yeah, man. We in this world, but we not of it. We in this world, but we not of it. And they shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make them afraid. None shall make him afraid. With that, man, I'm gonna just close it out right there, man. Like I said, I just need to get that out. The water Yahweh. Once again, I hope this lesson is edifying to whoever, to whoever hears it, or the hopeful elect, the 1/3 of Israel. Because when you say whoever or whatever, they won't be like, they don't understand the scriptures, the context. Like when it said, whosoever believeth, and y'all know what y'all been telling us, y'all in his name, y'all people name. For he so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever call upon the name of, Caesar Borgia, is what y'all call him, shall be saved, or whatever. Man. With that, man, just endure, y'all. All praise, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Kakadash. Double honors again to our elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect of Israel, the 1/3. May the Lord bring us through the fire. Hopefully we be a part of that number and refine us as gold. Till next time, Kwam Yasharala, and endure, Avaralazar. Endure. We almost home.